Hey guys, welcome to this week's CM Storm EU LCS rundown. Superhot crew would start us off against Fnatic in what would be the longest game so far in the LCS. Knowing Fnatic's strong playstyle, the crew knew they had to play the objectives and control timers. With this being said, they managed to earn themselves a sub 5-minute dragon, giving them an early gold lead. Xpeke was up to his usual business and got himself first blood just before 12 minutes. A few minutes later, Soaz also managed to pick himself up a kill when Superhot crew tried to chase him down and make a play, but ended up going too deep.
Yellowstar get away to safety, Soaz is there as well, and they turn it around for the kill.
Kills kept going to each team from this point on, but Superhot crew managed to make vital plays off the back of one another. They managed to catch out Xpeke, find Cyanide on his own, and get a tower, dragon, and then another tower. Just as the 1 hour mark approached, Superhot crew found themselves split on two of Fnatic's inhibitor towers. Both teams lose a player in these battles, but the fights extend and land the crew with another kill. Being a man up on Fnatic, they have the strength to make a hard push, taking 2 inhibitors, 2 more kills, and eventually the Nexus 2, giving them the win.
The Nexus itself will be focused, and the Superhot crew win a 64-minute epic here against Fnatic.
After Superhot crew's victory over Fnatic, Copenhagen Wolves found themselves facing off against Gambit. Both teams started with a very strong objective and farm-focused game, which would lead to a relatively late first blood. With both teams focusing on getting towers, Gambit also sets their sights on picking up Dragon and managed to get the first 2. At the 20-minute mark, Copenhagen Wolves were leading the tower race with 3 to Gambit's 2, but soon after this the first team fight erupted, giving Genja first blood on Airwax. This was thanks to a huge solo flare from Edward, catching 4 of the 5 members of Copenhagen Wolves.
Enough to actually keep him alive. There's a lot of focus coming his way. He will have to flash as the collie comes through as well. Edward's still being chased. There's the bomb finally coming out, and the Copenhagen Wolves now will have to back away. They've already lost one man. His first blood onto Airwax going to Genja.
With Gambit going for Dragon, a team fight breaks out. No kills are made and Gambit takes the Dragon. However, this is followed by another team fight where Woolite picks up another kill. The 5-man team of Copenhagen Wolves then managed to catch Darian on his own and delete him from the map.
Said intervention would be good for him, but he will go down.
Late on in the game, with lanes pushing in their favour, the Wolves attempt to push top tower. However, Gambit successfully defends it, which forces the Wolves to retreat. Feeling strong, Gambit decides to make their final push into Wolves' base. By taking down the last remaining towers and picking up some extra kills, they finally destroy the Nexus and earn themselves victory.
And finish off the Nexus.
Very exciting game.
Moving on to day 2 of the week, Copenhagen Wolves start us off against Millennium. Woolite was able to pick up first blood on Kevin in an early 4-man tower dive. Shortly afterwards, Airwax managed to pick up a very sneaky blue buff smite steal from Millennium. Millennium, however, managed to get their revenge by instigating a 3v3 fight in bot lane, and with the assistance of Ziggs alternate, Creaton picks up the kill on Airwax.
Oh, there's the kickback. The bomb's coming through. The bomb, will he get anyone? It does. Creaton actually finishes off the kill there.
After a lot of activity in bot lane, it was now top lane's turn to get a bit busy, and with a gank coming in from Airwax, a 1-for-1 trade falls. This attack was shortly followed up by a 3-on-1 by Copenhagen Wolves onto Kevin. In what looked like to be an impossible situation for the Millennium player, he managed to run through Wolves' jungle and regroup with Creaton in mid lane before teleporting back to his tower and continuing to farm. From the halfway point, the game started to get a bit crazy for kills, with fights breaking out every couple of minutes or so, but they were to benefit Millennium and left Copenhagen Wolves on the back foot. It was after another dragon for Millennium that Copenhagen Wolves knew they had to get a kill and use it to their advantage. They set up a death bush trap and managed to get themselves a kill on Kevin.
Hog comes out, they're going to go for Kevin, they will take him down here as well, and the trap works out for the Copenhagen Wolves.
After another team fight which falls in favour of Millennium, they go for Baron. Airwax is waiting for the steal, but he fails to make the play, and after they take the objective, he falls to a bouncing bomb from Kerp. With the advantage of Baron buff and active players, Millennium make their push for Wolves' base. Securing themselves a 4-for-2 team fight, they continue to push and shortly afterwards destroy the Nexus, giving them the win.
Will follow a solid win, a much needed win here for Millennium.
After this, the final match of the week for CM began with Superhot crew facing off against Alliance, in which Froggins and Nivea was to make an appearance. With a quiet start to the game, Alliance manages to pick things up a bit by securing themselves a first dragon in under 9 minutes, and first blood was to fall 2 minutes later in favour of Alliance. Shortly after this, however, a larger fight breaks out in bot lane, giving both Impaler and Froggin double kills, along with a kill for Selfie.
He's going to get caught out the side, Wicked's going to join in, Froggin manages to get on towards Mr. Rallis goes down, Impaler onto Tamso, can he land on towards him? A great stunt goes out from Froggin, he gets himself in there, he picks up the double as well.
At the 15-minute mark, Alliance had been able to double their kill lead on Superhot Crew with a 3v3 fight. Froggen does enough damage to finish off the 3 members of Superhot Crew, and he finds himself on 5-0-1. Later in the game, Alliance make for an inhibitor tower push and get a kill on Mr. Rales. After a quick regroup, Alliance head back to mid for an attempt at Baron. They find Superhot Crew on the way and turn on them, forcing Selfie to do the most perfect satchel charge jump over both Anivia and Blue Buff's wall on minimal health.
He's not going to get out of this one. Satchel charge! One last hit from Wicked, not quite enough.
The success of this jump was not long-lived though, as he was chased down and killed.
Get away, Wicked with one more ulti. Oh, he dashes straight in, spoils the party, and Wicked just walks away.
At the 40-minute mark, Alliance are trying to push one of Superhot Crew's inhibitor towers. They managed to pick up 2 kills, which were also followed by the tower, inhibitor, Nexus towers, and the Nexus itself, earning Alliance the victory.
There's going to be one Nexus turret going down. Wicked's tanking through this one, quite happy to take it. Alliance are going to sit atop the table once again. They are 6 wins, 1 loss already. This is going to take them to 7. What a fantastic performance by Alliance once again, proving they are the best team in Europe right now.
Looking at the standings at the end of Week 3, Superhot Crew are 3rd with 5 wins and 3 losses, and Copenhagen Wolves are 7th with 2 wins and 6 losses. Looking into Week 4, Copenhagen Wolves will be taking on Roccat, and Superhot Crew will see how they fare against Millennium. Thank you very much for watching this week's CM Storm EU LCS rundown. Play smart, and I'll see you in the next one.